hold it there. Is it playing?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just wanted to show you how you could develop your collage. Okay, so as you can see from the picture, I've gathered a few of the images together here. This is the area of interest. I could have chosen any other areas. If I'm honest, this is quite complex and detailed. A simpler area may have been the knives here in the pan, big, simple shapes, rather than fine detail. But this is what I've gone for, okay? So I then looked at it, and then I've done, on a separate sheet of paper, I've done a line drawing in pencil. And I've not used my rubber at all. I've just kind of gone for it, and it's, as you know, 2/3 looking, 1/3 drawing, just working from the image. Now, you're not a photocopying machine. I'm not expecting you to get it perfect, because I'm certainly not. This is about having fun and creating your own surrealist painting through developing your ideas from photo montage, okay, through putting all your images together. Now, with regards to colours, I've got here red, yellow and blue. With red, yellow and blue, you can mix any colour you like, okay? You should get the whole spectrum of colours, and I've got a little bit of white here just to lighten things up. Now, at the moment, what am I working on? I've been doing a bit of the sky. I've deliberately painted it quite flat, and it's a bit like painting by numbers, really. So I'm just going to see now. I'm going to paint. I'd like to put another blue in there. So I'm literally just going to take a bit of blue. Now, one of the key things. Now I'm doing this with acrylic paints. You may not have acrylic paints, and I do apologise for that, but that's maybe, if you're into your painting, that's something you might want to think about getting, because these are plastic paints and they're quite high quality. And the key thing is you need to add a little bit of water to your mix, getting the viscosity right, so the thickness between paint and water. Okay, you get it just right, and it goes on nice and smooth. You get it wrong, and it goes on kind of dry. Let's just check and see what this is like. Now, this is cool in a way, because again, it's a different blue to what I've already got. And as you can see, look, it actually goes on quite smoothly. It's quite lovely, that. Okay, but it is a little bit on the dry side. I'm going to add a tiny bit more water. Too much water, and you'll see it kind of flood everywhere, and therefore you need to add a bit more pigment to your mix. I think the key element is getting the bristles actually on the surface. Okay, once you get the bristles on the surface and you get the right mix, it can go on quite neatly. And remember, the beauty is, if there's something you don't like, this stuff dries in a couple of minutes, and then you can literally paint over the top of it. I mean, down here I had all of this was brown, and then I looked at my image and I thought, actually, it's this sort of turquoise water all around the seal. So I then made the decision to paint over that, and to be honest with you, I might even paint over that again. So now you can paint wet on wet. So for instance, if the surface is wet, because you've just put a colour down, you could add another colour to it and actually mix the colour on the surface. But I do it on my little palette here, which is just a bit of cardboard. And to be honest with you, I'm just having a bit of fun. I mean, I don't want to take it too seriously. I'm just enjoying myself. Now remember, feel free to turn your painting around. You can work on it from different directions. Again, once you've got the bristles on there, you follow the lines that you've drawn, and then you start filling it in. And okay, if you go over the line a little bit, it's not the end of the world, because later on you could get a black permanent marker if you wanted to go over it, or if you think you're good enough, and everything's about practicing, mix your own black up, or a black blue up, and go around and do the line. That is a bit tougher. That is a bit tougher to do. But as you can see here, I've got my boat, I've got my goat, I've got my lamp, I've got a musical instrument here, I've got an apple, I've got a pan, and now I'm literally playing with colour. I'm just celebrating colour. I don't even have to strictly stick to those colours. Other things I could talk about, I won't go on for too long, but you can get textures as well. So you can think about the surface. It doesn't have to all be absolutely flat and smooth, okay? You could start thinking about adding texture. And again, if you've got your lines to work to, it gives you a bit of guidance. And like with everything, it's all about practicing your technique. This is a kind of stipple technique, which is kind of cool. You see I'm leaving a little bit of a white area deliberately, for that could be ripples of water, light on water, and that's the stipple technique. Other techniques are they actually call it blocking in. Now look at that, I've got a bit of purple, oh no, I've got a bit of brown in there. Let's make it a little bit, tiny bit redder. So obviously, colour theory wise, like I said, you've got red, yellow and blue. You mix red and yellow together, you will get your orangey colour. If you want brown, it's a little bit of red, yellow and blue. So when you come to mix your colour, don't stick it right in because you dirty the whole colour up. You just take it from the side and you mix it without dirtying the whole colour. And then if you want to lighten it up, that's called a tint. So you're putting your white into the mix. So just literally, it's all about trial and error. You're just experimenting, you're having fun, and that's the whole thing. That's what it's all about. Rush it, you know, you make a bit of a mess, but you can go over it again if you so desire, or you might decide to leave it. Painting's quite an amazing process, really. There are so many variables, and you don't have to stick to the rules and the regulations, right? You can make your own rules up a little bit. So just want you to have a little bit of fun, but just look how smooth that goes on. Look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it? Just very smooth. And I've got my lines down already, so I've got something to work to, okay? Oh, I'm just enjoying myself too much here. Bristles down, pull it across, beautiful stuff. So that's your acrylic. Yeah, so just have fun. You can overlay colours, one colour over the top of another colour. Just have a little bit of fun and explore colour. So a little bit of colour theory, a little bit of technique, but you've got your lines all drawn out and you're just filling in those areas, okay? Hope you have fun, guys. Take care, all the best. Bye.